And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. Maui Jim Sunglasses, the choice of the best captains. Shimano Rods and Reels, fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan with Rick Mexa and myself, Pete Gray, and John Ireland from Rancho Leonero and Baja's East Cape. Checking out the Rancho Leonero beautiful website. There's a virtual tour on the front of there, and then a bunch of pictures of. You can see the true beauty of the ranch just by seeing pictures of it.
Yeah, the drones have really made a difference.
Yeah, you got great video.
It was awful hard to catch the whole ranch and really catch the ambiance. The drones have given us the ability to give you the whole view. And it's a special spot.
Yeah, that aerial shot with the drone with the boats outside showing the reef and the whole thing.
That reef in front is
pretty
really
awesome.
Really special. It's just jammed with fish. I can't talk enough about it.
Yeah,
great snorkeling, shallow, no currents, real warm water. And it's a special spot, and it's just a walk down. It's interesting now, they're building the Four Seasons. They're opening it up in October, but they've got a number of rooms, and they're already running dive snorkeling trips. And guess where they're running them?
Right to you.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they have that fancy boat. They do it. They run it right in front of your hotel.
They have a $500,000 runabout, and they pop right in front of the ranch and drop them off. And I think, how much are these people paying to go over the snorkeling trip when they could just walk down the steps and go at the ranch?
They were staying at Rancho Leonero.
It's such a cool snorkel and a great way to just have a nice little relaxing match after you come back from fishing and you grab the snorkel gear and just tootle out for 20 minutes or so, and then just walk right back up the beach and grab a shower before dinner. It's such a
really relaxing.
It is, man. Not that being at the ranch is a stressful scenario, but it's just a great way to let everything melt away. It's awesome.
Really is, and something about it in front. It's a high salt content in the water in front, so the water is very buoyant. So you can. I go out there sometimes and I'll get in the middle of a school of fish and just laze around, and I almost doze off.
That's cool.
You're so buoyant. It's just such effortless and such a beautiful spot, and so fishy on that little.
Oh yeah.
You wonder why don't I catch more fish on the boat when you go down there and look at all the fish.
There's a lot of fish in there.
Really.
I love borrowing one of the stand-up paddle boards there that you have at the ranch and just paddling around the reef and watching the fish from the board too.
So many.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't see the bottom for the fish. People think I'm kidding, but I'm not. Those schools come in and you cannot see the bottom.
Yeah. It's not because the water isn't clear. It's because there's so much fish.
Chin clear.
Yeah.
But there's so many fish. You'll be in 6-7 feet of water and you cannot see the bottom.
That's so cool. It gets me so fired up talking about this place.
Sure.
I just love it.
Oh, sure. Well, we're giving away a great prize today, right, Ricky?
You're not kidding, man. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, we have an unbelievable prize we're giving away at the end of the show today, and it's a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. This one's the local kind, and it's one of the newest frames and styles of glasses that Maui Jim has put out. It's the a soft black with dark transparent green and light transparent gray. It's a really nice frame. The lens is the brand new Maui green, a very, very cool green mirrored lens from Maui Jim. Fantastic. Pete and I were both raving about it this morning. I've got a pair. Absolutely love it. For color contrast, spotting kelps and breezers, it's awesome. And it, of course, it is that super, super thin, lightweight Maui Jim glass material. This is a really high-end pair of glasses. We're really excited to get to give them away, and what a great time to do it. And if you want to get your shot at those glasses and your chance to talk to John Ireland from Rancho Leonero, the phones have been absolutely packed solid. It's been a very, very busy show. They are packed up right now, but there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to get through in the second hour. And to do that, call us on our 97.3 The Fan line. That's 833-288-0973. One more time, 833-288-0973. That gives you your chance to talk to John.
Indeed. Let's go cooking right now. Talk to Yanni. What's up, Yanni?
Good morning, gentlemen. God, what a great show. I'm going to be dreaming about Baja the rest of the day.
I feel the same way, buddy.
And of course, you're dreaming about yellowtail right now, which is abundant. And what a perfect time to have a yellowtail recipe at fishermansbelly.com.
I do. But hold on, I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
What comes to mind when you guys think about Japanese tempura?
Wow. Like big shrimp.
Yeah, big shrimps and big veggies.
There you go. How about this? The Japanese absolutely love fish tempura. As a matter of fact, they call it kateyagi, and they serve it over a bowl of rice. And if you're like me and you've got some yellowtail in your refrigerator, I'm telling you, it is the most insane dish. My video not only teaches you how to make the most perfect tempura and the most perfect Japanese rice, but it also teaches you guys how to make a homemade tempura sauce that is so authentic it comes right out of everyone's kitchen in Japan. So this is an outstanding recipe, and it's easy to make. I urge you guys to check it out.
All right,
Well,
fishermansbelly.com. We'll be getting it up on the Let's Talk Hookup website on our Anglers Table section of letstalkhookup.com. And Yanni, perfect timing for that, and we'll talk to you. You know what I'd love to see is a recipe on cooking yellowtail collars sometime.
Ooh, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Because, Sean and the guys over at Fisherman's Processing, when you have your yellowtail cut at Fisherman's Processing, they'll ask you if you want the collars. Get the collars because they're so good. And get a nice kind of Asian recipe for yellowtail collar. I'd love to see that.
You know what? You guys are on, and just hold your breath. You'll get it. I guarantee.
All
right. I like it. Nice going,
okay,
Yanni.
Yanni. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Appreciate that very much.
Fellas, have a great day.
All right, you too. All right. Phones are packed. They want to talk to John. Let's jump into it.
You got it. We got some very patient callers. Let's jump in. Talk to Don. He's calling from Woodland Hills. Don, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Hey, great segue from Yanni. I got to give him a shout-out. His paper-wrapped yellowtail was absolutely amazing.
Ooh.
Great way to prepare it.
Good call.
So, hey, John, for those that are coming down to the ranch from Southern California, whether L.A. or San Diego, what's the best way to fly down as far as airports go to save a few dollars, but make sure you have a good flight?
Volaris is really going to be the least expensive. Normally, they fly out of Tijuana. I just came up myself on Volaris, and it's easy. Coming across the border is actually a little bit easier than going through customs in San Diego.
What about flying into La Paz if there's cheaper rates?
Yeah, and La Paz. And La Paz is kind of the secret as well. The rates are cheaper going into La Paz. It's a nice, sleepy, smaller little airport. It takes about a half an hour more to get to the ranch, but we're seeing quite a few more guests that are going Tijuana to La Paz. And then we have a shuttle that'll pick you up there as well. And
how much longer is the drive from La Paz versus Los Cabos?
About a half an hour.
That's it.
And it's a nice drive.
I was just going to say that's the one thing about it is a little longer, but it's a more scenic drive. Yeah.
So much history. You go through El Triunfo and San Antonio, and these towns are old towns. El Triunfo is very interesting because Alfred Eiffel, the French built it and mined gold up there. And there was a big smelter there, and there's a smokestack, a stack that sits up right through the middle of town. And Alfred Eiffel Tower, Alfred built the smelter in that area, and a lot of history. It was the largest city on the west coast of the North American continent for years, bigger than L.A., San Francisco, and everybody predated them. Had a population of about 20,000, which was huge for down there. And it was mostly French during the era of Maximilian. A lot of history down there. They predate us up here by centuries. So, yeah. So anyway, there's a nice drive going down. You get to go through El Triunfo and San Antonio.
So that's an option if fares into Los Cabos, because Cabo San Lucas has become such a mecca and so popular.
Oh, it's so
airfares
huge.
during the peak season like now are high.
Yeah, they're high. You really should shop, and they're all over the board too. You know.
But, of course, you can fly Alaska Airlines from Los Angeles, where you are in Woodland Hills. That'd probably be an easy choice. You can fly from Orange County, Alaska Airlines. Of course, 2 flights a day on Alaska Airlines out of San Diego.
Southwest.
So lots of different opportunities.
Oh, there's
many flights.
Everybody's flying in.
Yeah.
Literally everybody's flying in. Almost
second busiest airport in the country now.
It is
Los
sure
Cabos.
Yeah, it is.
But, the little hidden secret is that La Paz
Yeah, That's a good call.
Yeah,
Out of
and
Tijuana.
we flew, last time we went down, we flew into La Paz, and it was
Yeah.
excellent. It was the
Yeah.
only plane that came in, and
Yeah.
it was just excellent going in this little smaller airport. And
Yeah, for sure.
Not all jammed up. But it's busy down in Cabo. Cabo's extremely popular now and getting more so. So, yeah, and so shop your airfares. Like I say, many airlines are flying down. But I think Volaris out of Tijuana is going to be your best bet.
There you go, Don. Thanks a lot for the phone
Thank
call
you,
this
Don.
morning.
All right, how about we jump back in? This time talk to Edward, who's calling us from Tustin this morning. Hi, Edward. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Thanks, Edward.
Morning, everybody. How's everybody today?
Great.
All good.
Awesome. Well, I have a two-part question here. First one is, if I were wanting to take my personal reels, would you have rental rods that would match, reels, and if even that's allowed?
Yes,
also,
we do.
my next question would be that if I were wanting to plan a trip, say in 2020, would I put a deposit and then pay it through the years so that's paid off completely by the time I get there, or do you pay in certain segments of
Well, you
a certain
can
amount?
You can do it. Just so normally the deposit is one room night for your stay, and that'll hold your reservation until you come down, and then you can pay at the end of your trip. So if you choose to pay it off, and before you come down, that's fine as well. But once you do your one room deposit, the room is yours, and you at the same time reserve your boat, and you're all ready to go. We try to keep it as simple as possible. We really do. So, like I say, if you choose to prepay everything, that's fine. But all you really need is a one room deposit.
Yeah, well, and they have a variety of rooms. If you look at RanchoLeonero.com, you can go standard rooms, deluxe rooms, ocean view rooms, garden view rooms, whatever you want. But one thing you need to remember is that every rate is food included.
Yeah, food
all
is
meals.
included. All your meals are included.
Yeah,
that's correct.
So
Still the best value. I mean, it's just you wouldn't imagine that you could be in a place that's such a different, amazing spot, so tranquil and so tropical and so nice at that kind of value. It's just the best.
And your inexpensive rooms are how much a night, including all the food?
But they're about, I think for two people, about $150 to $70, depending on the time of year.
Pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, they're very inexpensive when you consider all the meals are included.
Yeah. Very inexpensive. So, yeah, book for the Let's Talk Hookup tournament next year. We always have a great time.
Yeah, we
Early
sure do.
June's fantastic.
And June is a great month. June is by far our busiest month as well.
Month, yeah.
Very popular.
But the best fishing months are when it's hot, like right now.
Right now through October. Yeah, into November. Yeah, and it's picking up.
Yeah.
Red hot right now.
Yeah,
Red
for
hot.
sure. August, which is one of the hotter months, is probably the hottest fishing month.
Yeah, August and September.
September,
they're the two biggest ones
Yeah.
for sure. And we do have a lot of rods. We can marry your reels to any rod you want.
And that's a good way to go,
Yeah,
too.
don't feel like bringing a rod tube down with you.
And something to keep in mind, don't put if your reels have line on them, they won't allow carry-on. You've got to check them.
On the way home.
Well, I don't.
I think U.S. Customs will let you do it, right? Or U.S.
I mean, I never like to say
I roll the dice.
I never like to say with TSA because you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, I have flown down and back with reels. I've been told no before. You know what I mean? It's just. I think it's a roll of the dice on who you get.
I've had them take nail clippers from me. You just don't know. You don't know what to check them.
If they won't let you down with a full size deodorant, sometimes you're probably better off not trying to gamble with your new Talica.
Exactly.
Edward, make your reservation. You'll love it. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that. That does free up, for the first time all morning, a line at 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973 gives you your chance to talk to John Ireland and win that pair of Maui Jim sunglasses.
Hey, with that said, we're going to find out what's biting out there. We got the man, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen, on the line. And today, his catch report is sponsored by the Fish Pros of Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landings, but now with Fish Pros, the market, you can purchase fresh fish, smoked and jerkied fish, spices, rubs, smoked cheese, and their famous tuna burgers. It's all at their convenient Liberty Station location, or order online at fishermansprocessing.com. And when you get your fresh yellowtail collar like Pete was talking about, you can also run by Dana Landing, who is a retailer of carrying all their great spices and rubs right on Mission Bay. So another great option to get those killer products from Fisherman's Processing.
Good morning, Captain Dave.
Hey, Pete, Rick, John, good morning, guys.
Good morning,
what
Dave.
a week of fishing. I told you guys if I went to Florida, things were going to go crazy.
Yeah, you were right, buddy. There was some serious fishing that happened.
Oh, my gosh. My deckhand had a great day a couple days ago out there on that big bluefin. But if you look at the fish count today, 1,500 plus yellowtail in the middle of July. That's a springtime fish. We're not supposed to be seeing that right now. That's insane. Coronados went off. They went off at the Coronados. Now we got kelp patty yellowtail in Southern California, 15 to 30 miles off the beach. Guys were catching yellows yesterday underneath the patties. Over at Catalina, the backside, front side, east end, west end, yellowtail are biting pretty much on all the spots if you can find conditions. And then here's something really strange. The Carnage was able to make squid again last night. They're selling squid in front of Avalon. It's the middle of July. You can throw the history books in the trash. None of this makes sense to anybody that's fished for over 40 years. We can't understand it. We can't tell you what's going to happen. The volume of bluefin, you look at those pictures Carl's taken out there. It's just mind-boggling what's going on in Southern California. And like I've been saying for 2 months, take a dart, take the chart, throw it at the chart. Wherever it lands, go there. You're going to find something to catch. It's unbelievable what's going on out here. The ocean is on fire. Nothing makes sense except that the fact that you have to go fishing. If you're sitting at home going, well, I haven't really figured out if I should go or not. Well, it's not going to get any better, guys. It will not get any better than it is right now. Every single thing that you could possibly imagine is biting. That Channel Islands thing, no one's even talking about that because it's just been going on for so long. But there's a million white sea bass up there that just want to get in those white bags with the ice in it. So you need to go fishing somewhere.
Yeah, just go fishing. That's the idea, right? And, of course, how was Florida?
You know what, Pete? That was very interesting. I had never been to ICAST. I'll tell you what, that is a very interesting show. You get to see a lot of really cool stuff. It's a different atmosphere than the Fred Hall show because it's industry and it's industry only. So I got to go and talk to some guys and learn a few things and see some new innovative things coming out on the market. Got to touch some cool stuff. There's a lot of really cool things that are going to be coming out here in the next couple months. Stay tuned for it. It was very exciting just to meet all the different people and see all the different ways people fish across the United States. We think we're a big deal out here on the West Coast, and really to think of it, when you go back there to Florida, we're nothing compared to what's going on back there. There is some serious fishing going on back there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and of course, fishdope.com. We have some serious fishing going on right now because Danny and the boys over at fishdope.com have you in tune with all that's going on there. $20 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code HOOKUPNOW, lowercase, no space. HOOKUPNOW is your $20 code. And how do we find you, Captain Dave?
Well, like you were just saying, Pete, and I have to give props to Danny again because I was out of the loop here for the last 5 days. All I had to do was call Danny and say, hey, what do I talk about, Danny? He gave me a laundry list of stuff. I can't even talk about all the stuff he told me is going on out here. So if you guys want to know what's happening, Fish Dope is the spot, and they don't hide the ball. They tell you exactly what's going on. But if you guys want, you can check out my website at yoursaltwaterguide.com. There's some really cool interviews with Ricky on there. He's showing you all about his cool tackle store down there. So, guys, just go fishing. Check out my website. Go to Fish Dope. See what's going on Let's Talk Hookup, and I'll talk to you guys next Sunday.
Great job, Dave. Appreciate a great report, as always, keeping us up to date on the fish, and we'll look forward to talking next week, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Talk to you then.
All right. Hey, let's jump back into the phones. Phones are packed up. Everybody wants to talk to John. How about we talk to Kevin? He's calling us from Pacific Beach this morning. Hi, Kevin. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah, my question's for John. I got 3 grandsons, a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old.
Nice.
And they all love fishing and swimming and just being at the beach. What would be the best time for me to take them down there so it's not too hot? And they're just a live wire. I mean, they're moving all day long, so they want to be outside the entire time.
Well, the ranch is great for kids. It's safe out in front. We've got one entrance in and out, and we've got a mile of beach that we control on either side of the hotel. So the beach is very safe, and the water in front is very shallow, and it's a very gradual drop off into the depth, and there's no holes or anything. So to drown, they'd have to take a long walk. It's very, very safe. There's no currents or waves or anything, and it's a great spot to introduce the kids to the water. The reef we were just talking about earlier. It's what a spot for the kids to stick their head in and see all the fish and all that. It'll just really fire them up. You know, it honestly, spring is going to be cooler, and then in October, November, it's going to be cooler as well. But even in the warmest months, the hotel, because it's sitting out on a point and it catches all the breezes and all that, never breaks 100 degrees. And when you're out on the water, the boats are well shaded, and so you don't get too hot out on the water ever normally. The rooms are well air conditioned, and if you're sitting on the front patio or around the hotel, it's really very pleasant even in the hottest months. That said, you know, anytime I would avoid August and September would be the 2 months I would avoid if you're worried about the heat. But otherwise, for the kids, there's nowhere better for the kids. Really, I encourage the kids coming down. I grew up, my father was a pediatrician and the doctor at Camp Emerald Bay in Catalina Island. So from the time I was one, for 40 years, my dad was a camp doctor, and that's where I learned to swim and everything. And it just reminds me of the lee of Catalina Island and my experiences. And honestly,
except the water's about 20 degrees warmer.
A lot warmer. I was over in Catalina. I jumped and I went, I don't remember this.
Yeah, that's funny.
But that's why I encourage children and all that, because I probably would not have gotten the ranch had it not been for my experiences on Catalina at good old Camp Emerald Bay.
That's
cool. Yeah, very good. Hey, thanks
sure,
a lot
Kevin.
for the phone
Bring
call
them
this
down.
morning.
They'll enjoy it.
Yeah, they'll love it for sure. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phones.
How about Mark and Santee up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Mark, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Hey, thanks a lot for my call. I got a question for you. What's the catch limit on your fish per day?
Well, it depends on the species, you know. The tuna, I believe, is 6 per angler, or is it 5? Yeah, pardon me, 5 per angler. I should know this. But different species are different limits. Dorado are quite a bit more. Just 2 Dorado?
Yep, 2 Dorado.
See, these
Marlin's
guys know better than I do.
But you don't kill marlin.
No, we don't kill marlin. Yeah. We release marlin. So you can release as many as you like. I just mentioned we were out for a tournament, and we released 4 each day, and no problem there. The bottom fish is pretty much unlimited. You can catch as many as you want.
It's still 5. Yeah. So basic Mexico limits would be 5 of any one species per day, with a maximum of 10 total. So you could do 5 yellowfin tuna and 5 pargo, or 3 yellowfin tuna, 2 pargo, and 3 amberjack. That kind of thing. So 5 of any one, with a maximum of 10 total.
Or
with
5
the exception being
Dorado. And 2 Dorado.
That's per angler.
Per angler,
correct.
Right.
Angler. Yeah.
So that's a lot of fish.
That's a lot. If you have 3 guys
three
on the
buds
boat.
on a boat, that's 15 Dorado and 15 yellowfin, or not 15 Dorado, but 15 yellowfin tuna, 15 pargo, that kind of thing.
And it's a good idea to have your Mexican fishing license to come down. If you
absolutely.
don't,
we
you can provide it there. But just buy an annual fishing license, Mexican fishing license. Just have it with you.
It's by far a better
bring it with
deal.
you.
By far a better deal than a daily or a weekly.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And you sell them at the ranch.
Yes, we do.
All right. Mark, thanks a lot for the phone call
Mark.
this morning. Appreciate that.
All right. How about we jump back in and talk to Arnie, calling us from Vista this morning. Good morning, Arnie. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing there, John?
Good. Good morning, Arnie.
Great. John, first thing I'd like to say, I want to give you a very big thank you for donating that trip that Rosie won for the CCA fundraiser back in June. It was very nice of you to donate that.
No, I'm happy to do it. It's a good cause. CCA does a lot for all of us.
Thank you very much. And then the other question I had was actually for Rick. I've been hearing all this news this whole weekend here about this new reel from Shimano, the Speedmaster. And Wayne Cotto put up a post about this. Now, will that reel work for 80 pounds?
I don't think that is the right reel for 80 pound. I think it's going to be more of like a 40 through 60 pound reel. I mean, would it work for it? Sure, but I think a 16 sized reel is a little on the underside for 80. The frame is going to be a very good reel, but it's not going to be quite as strong as a Talica. I think a Talica 16 is kind of pushing it for 80, but it's at least appropriate, and this being one step below that, I think it's going to be better suited as a 40 through 60 pound reel. That said, I don't have one, haven't fished one. We're going to have more information as that comes out, but my speculation would be it's going to be better 40 through 60, and then I'm sure other models will follow down the line, and if and when that happens, that would be your 80-pound rig.
There you go. All right. Arnie, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. That does free up. 833-288-0973. Been a busy morning. There's your shot to get through.
Mike and Rosemead is up next on Let's Talk Hookup. What's up, Mike? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good morning, Pete, Rick, and John. I'm glad you kind of mentioned about your background over here at Catalina Island, so you're familiar with our area. This is a weather-related question, so bear with me. You know about the Santa Ana conditions, how when they happen up here, our coastal inner waters are pretty much flat calm, and we're not affected by that. But down in the Gulf, if I correct that, the Santa Anas kind of whip up the ocean down there, or the Gulf, and so are you affected by that? And is it kind of like an opposite effect when you have westerly wind direction? Are you kind of protected by the peninsula? So your areas are kind of like, is it like an opposite effect down there?
You're good question. Yeah, we are affected by the Santa Anas. They blow right down the Gulf, and they hit us. They're a north wind for us, and they hit us dead bang on. So, not always, but when the Santa Anas are blowing, it's a pretty good chance we're going to have the north wind. It's interesting, the tip of Baja down there, the Cape, completely different weather systems.
Just 60 miles away.
Just 60 miles.
Kidding. Yeah.
If you had a house on either side, you'd have good weather 100% of the time if you could jump back and forth. But they're opposing weather systems, and normally the weather's very different in Cabo than it will be on us, on our side on the East Cape, and vice versa. Like Todos Santos, the water right now is in, I think, 73 degrees right now over there, and it's cool and foggy. Just completely different weather systems, totally. So we are affected by that, and we are lead. We don't get. That's why we're like a lake normally. It's good, good diving and good weather. Good for inshore fishing because it's nice and flat. And you don't have to worry about a wave knocking into the beach and all that. So, but they are different, and it's a lot like Catalina. On the outside, on the windward side, it's pretty rough all the time, and on the lee side, it's much calmer, and that's where we are.
All right. Very good. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. Again, this is the first time we've had an open phone line in over an hour. 833-288-0973. A great opportunity to talk to John Ireland and win those Maui Jim sunglasses. We got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on 97.3 The Fan.
This is Captain Art Taylor of The Searcher. Celia and I and everyone at Team Searcher would like to thank all of our customers for a successful 2018 season. Are you searching for an affordable fishing adventure from 1.5 to 7 days in length? The Searcher has an outstanding crew, great food, air-conditioned cabins and galley, and an RSW system to preserve your catch. Our 2019 schedule is available now. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call our office at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403.
When it comes to Southern California sport fishing, two names stand out: Fisherman's Landing Tackle and Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We have the most complete selection of Shimano saltwater rods and reels, like Talica, Trinidad, and Tranks reels, plus Terramar and Therese rods. Our professional saltwater experts at Fisherman's Landing Tackle have the know-how to help you choose the right Shimano rod and reel for your next trip. When it comes to Shimano gear, you owe it to yourself to visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hard-working crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half and full-day open party trips. Book online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 58 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built by fishermen for fishermen. From our next-generation waterproof shorts like Tactical or Stealth to our new anhydrous waterproof jacket and bibs, the entire AFCO clothing line is purpose-built with the latest AFTEC fabrics and features designed to deliver for the demanding angler. To find AFCO products, go to AFCO.com and find a dealer near you.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
How smart is your smart speaker? I'll tell you. It's smart enough to stream The Fan. Just say, play 97.3 The Fan. You can use your smart speaker to stream 97.3 The Fan.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan. That's always a good call to any type of that smart speaker, Alexis, Bixby, any of those kind of things. So easy to do. Just turn it on, holler at 97.3 The Fan. Next thing you know, you're listening to Let's Talk Hookup.
It works.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It works great. And, of course, our app, too, is a great source. Just go to the App Store, the Google Play Store, and download our free app. Type in Let's Talk Hookup. It'll come right up. It's green background with our logo on the front. It's free to download, and you can take it with you like you heard from Bart. He was listening over in Florida, and you listen down at the ranch, right, John? Yeah, on the Let's Talk Hookup app.
Yeah, the app works.
It works. Yeah, it works great. And, of course, archives. You can listen to this show once Adam puts it up. You can listen to this show tomorrow on your way to work in the car.
Yep.
So on the app, Let's Talk Hookup app. It worked great. So let's go ahead and jump back into the phone.
You got it. How about we talk to Carl calling us from San Marcos this morning. Hey, Carl, welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing great. Good morning.
Hey, I had a question for John. A nice bull dorado has always been my bucket list fish. I wanted to know what he thinks the best time of year for dorado is down there at the ranch.
Well, right now, there are a lot of bulls right now. Big fish, not many schooling dorado, but quite a few big bulls. We're getting, we're sending out between 5 and 15 boats a day, and we're seeing 2 or 3 big bulls a day coming in now. And I'm talking about in 30 pounds plus, and quite a few in the high 40s. Ooh. So there's quite a few around. We're having the Dorado Shootout is on the East Cape this coming Saturday. So I'm expecting some big fish, and I'll be talking about it on the radio show next week on the results to give you an idea. Yeah. But normally starting now through August, September, October is the best time for the big dodos. And especially after it rains, we get a couple of rains, they seem to love the junk in the water. They're the biggest fish, and the tide lines and all that are a real good spot to pick up the big bulls. So, and the rainy season's starting right now. We haven't had rain yet, but it will be raining any time, and that helps the Dorado fishing a bunch.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Thank you, Carl.
Hey, let's go live to the Searcher. Captain Sean Trowbridge is on the line. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Pete. Listeners, how is everybody this morning?
Hey, terrific. I enjoyed our time on the Searcher on Wednesday, our day-and-a-half Let's Talk hookup trip, and especially I was saying to Sean, man, we miss those weekly calls from Sean back in the old days when you were calling us and giving us great fishing reports. So thrilled you're joining us again this morning.
Well, thank you, Pete. It sure was a joy to have you guys on the boat. Great group of guys. We had a great trip. Pete, I'm calling in because this bluefin is starting to bite a little bit again.
Nice.
And, we had a pretty nice day yesterday. Although the numbers weren't high, we had a dozen fish between 70 and 90 pounds.
Ooh.
the biggest thing was we couldn't get them to bite anything heavier than 50 pounds. So, of course, there was quite a few fish hooked on 40-pound, and there were some epic battles that were lost. There were some epic battles that were won. A great trip all in all. I don't think all three of our jackpot fish were over 80 pounds.
Sweet.
So this bluefin's starting to bite a little bit again, and absolutely, as you well know, excellent yellowtail fishing at the Coronado Islands. So we're kind of mixing it up, doing a little bit of both. We've got a 2.5-day leaving tonight. Anyone that wants to make a last-minute shot at a trip. We've only got 12 people, and we're going.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Searcher, and we are going. So, we depart at 6. You want to hop on that, or take a look at the Fisherman's Landing website or Searcher Sports Fishing website. There are trips coming up that are available, shorter trips if you just want to hop on the boat, get to know the boat, and come out fishing. We'd love to have you.
So on a 2.5-day, you're basically getting pretty much the same amount of fishing time as you would on a 3-day, right, Sean?
It's pretty doggone close, Pete. Yes, that's correct.
And so you'll probably hit that phenomenal yellowtail fishing at the Coronado Islands and then go offshore, which that tuna fish is not very far offshore, is it?
No, it's not. It's not at all. It's reachable. We've been doing little combos, go out in the afternoon and look. As you well know, you were on the boat with me. We did the yellowtail in the morning, then we went out in the afternoon. So a 2.5-day gives you a little bit more time. You put a full day of yellowtail fishing in and then a full day of bluefin fishing in. I mean, it just depends on, what's biting the best is where we're going to be.
And that's in between epic meals and on this trip a super light load. I mean, what a perfect opportunity to take advantage. I know one of the guys from the tackle store heard that, bought a ticket. They're going. I know one of the guys from our shop is going. You don't miss an opportunity to go in the Searcher with a load that light and the fish starting to bite right now. What perfect timing this one's going to be.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
But the boat is a go. 12 people right now on it. And what time do you leave today?
We leave at 6 p.m. this evening, so you got plenty of time to grab a bundle of rods and come on down and go have some fun.
I like it, man.
No
Good
kidding.
call, Sean.
2.5 day on the Searcher. You can make reservations at searchersportfishing.com, right online there, or just simply call the office and they'll take care of you right there. Right, Sean?
Yeah, this particular trip, give Fisherman's Landing a call for the trip leaving tonight.
Okay, you're actually booking it through Fisherman's Landing tonight. Okay,
that is correct.
619-221-8500 or go to fishermanslanding.com.
Perfect. That sounds great.
All right, have a great trip, Sean, and congratulations for finally getting those bluefin to bite. I appreciate you doing that.
All right. Well, it's great talking with everybody, and I hope everybody has a great day.
All right.
See you,
Thanks
Sean.
a lot, Sean. Appreciate the call this morning.
All right. Well, the phones are packed up. Everybody's excited to talk to John. Let's jump right back into it and talk to Jeff. He's calling us from Santee this morning. Hi, Jeff. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Really enjoying the show, and it's a real treat having John on the show as well. So, hey, John, a quick question. We actually missed the tournament this year. We weren't able to get down there this year, but you guys ever thought about doing we really enjoy going into town Los Barrelos on occasions. Have you guys ever looked at doing a water taxi or something? It seems like it would be such a short little trip on a boat to get into town versus driving all the way around the dirt roads and all that.
Right. Well, it's we actually do not have a shuttle. But what we have done now, because the taxis are fairly expensive going into town and all that, is we actually have 2 rental cars on the ranch that are $50 a day for 24 hours for the guests, so they can go in excursions, go into town, do whatever they want to do, and give you the ability to move around, and that's a great deal with insurance included, $50 a day.
A couple of guys split it at $25 a piece. You got your own wheels. That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so we have 2 dedicated cars right at the ranch that are there for rental, which makes it easier for you to get around and get in town. We really don't run a shuttle because loading and unloading of the pier and all that's difficult. And but I've always toyed with the idea of doing a glass bottom boat because of my experience in Catalina and all that, and it would be fun. And as the area grows, I'm sure that's somebody's going to be doing that anytime soon. Because the area is growing, we're getting more hotels, and it makes more sense for somebody to hop from hotel to hotel.
But that rental car thing is a great
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So do you need to make reservations?
No, you can come up.
You just have them at the hotel.
Them. They're sitting. You just go to the front desk.
$50 a day.
$50 a day.
Jeez.
So you can go do the loop. You can go.
Taxi guys can't be happy about that.
No, but they're getting plenty of business.
Yeah, I was going to say they're doing just fine.
And part of the reasons we did it because they wanted so much to go into town.
Yeah, and town's only 7 miles, right?
Yeah, it's only 7 miles. But then the driver's got to sit there and wait for you while you're having dinner and do whatever you want. And the car for $50 a day, you can go to La Paz, you can go over to Todos Santos, go to Cabo.
I think that's such a good idea, John.
No, it really is. We just instituted it this year, and it has been.
Yeah,
people
for sure.
are enjoying it.
There you go, Jeff. Thanks a lot
Jeff.
for the phone call this morning. That does free up 833-288-0973. I want to mention, when you look at the rates for Rancho Leonero, which are very, very reasonable, don't forget, if you have a Let's Talk Hookup Club card, which is just $15, you get 10% off the rooms.
Right.
So you just take 10% off the top of that room rate if you have a Let's Talk Hookup Club card, which the Let's Talk Hookup Club card you can purchase on our website, letstalkhookup.com, on the shop page. $15 gets you an additional 10% off.
What a deal. What if for $15 it's
why and
you pay for it a whole bunch of times
so
over right
you
after
can
that.
save well over $100 plus with one booking at Rancho Leonero.
Yeah, or more.
Yeah, so be sure to get that.
If you come down with the family, a lot more.
And that's nice of John to do that for our listeners.
Cool,
really cool.
No. The show's been good for the ranch.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Really a nice deal. Well, let's jump back in the phone.
You got it, Pete. Let's talk to Brian. He's called us from Wildemar this morning. Hi, Brian. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, friends.
Hi, Brian.
Good morning, Brian.
You guys, speaking of glass bottom boats, I saw something the other day. It was like a glass bottom kayak, some kind of weird thing. I was like, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
John, I wanted to ask you about roosterfish. Best way to target them along the beach? Is it just bait and lead, or what kind of lures? Or can you fish with 2 poles on the beach, like maybe one of each?
Yeah, I would take 2. And when I'm down there running the beach, I'd have one set up for meat bait and another for casting. Surface lures, surface poppers are going to work best for you. Shimano wax wings, a lot of people use those down there, and they seem to work pretty well. If you really want rooster fish and don't want to be almost guaranteed to catch a nice big rooster fish, get on a panga and fish live bait with them. They love the live bait, and they're not known for going for artificial. It's kind of interesting because they go conventional artificial versus fly. They seem to prefer the fly. They'll go for the fly before they'll go for regular cast surface lures, but no substitute for live bait.
Yeah.
And you almost have to be on a boat with the live bait well to do it. But right now, I mean, if you go out there and you target rooster fish, you're gonna release 3 to 10 a day, and there's going to be 1 or 2 that are going to be 50 pounds.
Really?
Oh man,
sounds
so up my alley.
Sounds like fun.
Really.
Hey, Brian.
It's much harder from the beach, and the difficulty factor goes way up, but also
well, you got to have if you're going to fish live bait from the beach, you got to have a cast net. You got to have a bucket. You have to have a
and you
quad.
have to know how to cast it.
Exactly.
Which hardly anybody does anymore.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Brian. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
How about Mo and Vista up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Hi, Mo.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, John.
Good morning, Mo.
Is there any quail or dove hunting down there at your ranch?
There are a lot of quail and a lot of dove around, but no hunting anymore. A lot of military around, and they're just not issuing permits. We used to hunt white wing all the time. There are a lot of quail around as well. There's just gobs and gobs of white wing. That used to the old Gil Powell that owned the ranch before me. Dwight Eisenhower used to go down there and hunt dove. Bing Crosby, Desi Arnaz, you name it.
Little cast
Sean
and blast.
Wayne, yeah, and they would fish, but they would hunt a lot of doves, shoot a lot of doves up back in there.
That's
the
cool.
quail, a lot of quail around too, but the quails are hard to hunt because you can't get them to fly. They're just
in the
run.
bush.
They run from bush to bush, and you got to shoot them with a pellet gun on the ground. If you like to eat them, but no, unfortunately that's not an option. It's been about 15 or 20 years since we've been able to do that.
Oh, really? In Cabo County, or just is that all over?
Yeah, it's just them. When they issue permits, they're infrequent. I used to take reservations, and then they wouldn't issue permits for that year. It's it's infrequent, and we just couldn't depend on it anymore.
And there's also deer in the mountains too, right?
Oh boy, there's deer everywhere. There's deer down on the beach. Since the hunting's gone, people aren't hunting as much. The deer population's gone through the roof. It's not unusual to see 2 or 3 around the ranch all the time.
No kidding.
No. When I walk up to the mesa, pretty much every time I go up, I see deer now. And some nice ones. Yeah, and there's a lot of. We've got raccoons that have come in now, but we've got bobcats, fox, rabbits. You name it, we've got lots and lots of critters.
It's a ranch.
It really is a ranch.
Rancho Leonero, for sure. You still cattle on the ranch too.
Yeah, cattle and horses.
Oh yeah,
and they come join us up at the up around the hotel.
Yeah, they do.
You can hear the little bell dinging on the neck of the cow.
You have. It's not. It used to be before you put some barriers up that just keep them. It's you'd have one outside your room.
Well, it still happens. This time of year, it's so dry right now. The poor cattle and all that. You can't blame them for coming up nice green.
Big green grass.
Swimming pool to drink out of. So we do our best to keep them out, but occasionally a cow or a horse
figure it out.
In there. Yeah, they don't attack anyone or anything. We have to herd them out.
Yeah,
it just adds to the atmosphere. I love it, man. Exactly.
It's a ranch. Yeah. Hey, Mo, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Mo.
One thing we haven't talked about that is one of the most spectacular things to do in the East Cape, and that is scuba diving or snorkeling. And we talked a little bit about snorkeling right in front of the ranch. But if somebody is, we talked about Mo being a hunter, but if you're a scuba diver, one of the best places in the world to dive is Cabo Pulmo Reef. Very heavily regulated now, but you can arrange a dive down there.
There's so many fish in there, and a lot of the big tuna we're catching now are just outside the park boundaries now that they're coming out of the park boundaries. But that's one of the reasons I got the 2 rental cars in there for $50, because now you can get a rental car for $50, and it's actually less money than it used to be to dive. I think it's right around $100 now.
Yeah, it's not expensive at all.
Expensive.
Like a 2-tank dive.
2-tank, 280s full of 3,000 pounds, and
there's 3 operators down there now?
There's 3 operators. Yeah.
But you have to make reservations because it's very limited entry, right?
Yeah, it is. They limit the number of people, and rightfully so. But now they have certain times on specific reefs that you reserve, and they're controlling that reef, and it's showing. It's really gosh, it's so full of fish. Pete and I have dove a number of many times.
A lot of big fish.
Big grouper.
Yeah.
Big
schools
of Jack Crevalle, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Sounds
so spectacular.
No.
What's the best month to dive?
Yeah, good question.
Well, when the water's cooler, the visibility's better. So spring is really good. As you get into the summer months and all that, sometimes the algae bloom is a little bit more, and the visibility's not as good. But it's not like the Caribbean where it's got real gin clear water, because there's so much microplankton, and the food chain is just
it's so
big
healthy
down there, and that's why there's so many fish in there. I'd say the average of viz is probably 30, 40 feet, something like that on a regular basis. But anytime, April through November is spectacular diving.
Good time.
It really, really is.
All right, very good. Well, let's sneak back into another phone call here.
How about Lance from Vista up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Lance, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Lance.
I just had a question. In preparation to going on a trip to Mexico, down at the ranch, whatever, where's the best website, or how do you learn the regulations, seeing that they need to be translated?
You mean the fishing limits?
The Mexican fishing regulations?
Correct. Yeah, the Mexican fishing regulations, to be specific,
Yeah, the Conapesco website or the SAC website actually has the best.
SAC. Yep, 100%. Every time that question...
CalSportFishing.org.
California, right?
California.
Spelled out CaliforniaSportFishing.org. It's put on by SAC, which is the Sport Fishing Association of California, and they do exactly what you're talking about, Lance. They basically... in very easy to understand English, this is what the regulations are. Boom, boom, boom. Now click here to purchase that permit. And then, if you want an FMM, this is what an FMM is. This is why you need it. This is how you fill it out. Now click here to do so. That kind of thing. It's just they've taken everything that is in Spanish, very easy to find, and the links right to it.
And I believe they also have regulations on there too.
They do.
Right?
They absolutely do.
Like Mexican limits and.
Something to keep in mind, though, is that you're on our boats with our captains, and they're aware of all the regulations. And if there ever is a problem, if we're over limit and all that, it's really not your problem, the angler's problem. It's our problem.
Yeah.
They're going to confiscate some fishing poles or the boat or whatever. We haven't had that happen, but that's the potential. So our guests have no exposure.
Yeah. What about safety, John? Lance, by the way, thanks a lot for the call this morning. I appreciate that. What about safety at the ranch?
Safety as far as boat safety, or
just everything? I mean, people, there was. I think we're past that at this point. People were afraid of Mexico.
Well,
people aren't afraid, really. They understand it's a safe place to travel.
Good question. The ranch is the only spot on the East Cape that has one entrance in and out.
Yeah.
And we have a guard shack there, a gate, so you have to clear through it. And I've got cameras everywhere. And so we take a picture of everybody's license plate going in and out. We have to allow vendors in, but they have to park out by the gate and have to walk a half mile in to come in when they do. We keep track of everyone, so we don't have the problem. We haven't had we've got a small subdivision. We've got 42 homes in the ranch as well. And we haven't had a theft in 20 years.
Yeah. I don't lock my... I mean, they give you a key, but I don't lock my door.
I don't walk out of my front door at my house without locking it. I don't ever leave my car without locking it. When I go to the ranch, they hand you a key when you check in. You might as well just hang on to this, man.
When I'm on the ranch, I leave my keys in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, give you an idea how safe it is. It's very, very safe.
Yeah.
And we make it a point. We have 2 guards 24/7, a roamer and one that's at the front gate.
Yeah.
And we make sure but really, there's no problem in the area anyway.
I've been coming down there with my family since I was 13 years old, and not one time ever have we ever experienced or heard of anybody that experienced anything to the negative. Ever.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I raised my daughter there. It's safe.
Yeah. No, the ranch probably is the safest place in southern Baja.
I'd be with you on that.
It's real
sure.
quiet. Nothing going on at the ranch.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty cool. Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out who's got those brand new Maui Jim local kinds. You stay tuned. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on 97.3 The Fan.
2 years ago, Gamakatsu set out to develop a hook light enough for live bait to swim naturally, yet strong enough to handle your next trophy bluefin. The answer? The Gamakatsu Nautilus Heavy Duty. Most captains agree the Gamakatsu Nautilus hook is best for tuna. And now with the introduction of the Nautilus HD, no matter how big the tuna, Gamakatsu has a hook to handle it. The new Nautilus HD is now available with solid ring or standard hook. Get it now at select tackle shops and start getting bit.
Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. For over 20 years, Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips. Whether it's a fishing trip, a family vacation, or an adventure, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com. For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
There's nothing more peaceful than fishing. Just me, my pole, and some bait. Oh, and my life jacket, of course. I like fish, but I don't want to end up at the bottom of the water with them. Save the ones you love. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Tired of asking your smart speaker for the time? How about using it to listen to the best sports talk in town? Just say, play 97.3 The Fan. You can use your smart speaker to stream 97.3 The Fan.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan. All right, the big winner of those Maui Jim local kinds with a green mirror lens, that's going to Jeff in Santee. Jeff, you got the best glasses on the block, buddy. You are stoked.
You are going to love them. And another place you would be stoked to be getting on a plane right now and headed for Rancho, Leonero, and beautiful Baja's East Cape. And, John, thanks again. Thanks for all your support for many, many years here on Let's Talk Hookup. We couldn't have done it without you. And it's such a beautiful place. I can't wait to go back.
Excellent, buddy. Well, we'll see you soon down there for sure.
No doubt.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Being on the show's been big for the ranch.
So if somebody wants to go to the ranch, probably the best way is to call Pamela and get on the phone and pick your room. But you can go online, and you can book online. But if you're a Let's Talk Hookup listener, you get that Let's Talk Hookup Club card. You get 10% off. Pamela will take good care of you, get you the room you want, get you the boat you want. Best to call, right?
And you can fib to her and tell her you are, and then call afterwards and get your.
She'll take care of you. No, but you do need to have it when you get to the ranch.
Yeah,
though.
you
sure
do.
You
need
sure
to. But $15, my gosh.
You need, but yeah, like you say, you can say you have it and then call and order it later.
And you know,
make your reservation.
It's different than the internet. There's information that you're going to get from the office that you'll never get off the net.
Right, absolutely. But you can kind of get a feel for the ranch, the rooms. It has a nice map of the ranch, or you can pick your room, the particular room that you want. And great videos, kind of a virtual tour on there and everything. So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, website once again?
RanchoLeonero.com.
All right, and the phone number?
800-646-2256.
2252. 800-646 Baja. Yeah, all right, John.
2252.
Thanks a lot, John. Appreciate that. And thank you. Thanks to Brian. Thanks to Adam for all that you guys do. We sure appreciate your support here on The Fan. And thank you for listening. Next Saturday, Kevin Kelly from West Coast Marine Parker Boats, Yamaha Outboards will be in the studio with us. And then next Sunday, Representative or Councilman Scott Sherman from Snap Insurance will be here. Thanks again for listening this weekend. Great show, and we'll have a couple great ones next week, 7 to 9 a.m. right back here on 97.3 The Fan.